Hello, dear students. Welcome back to a new channel. Today we have crime and the freedom of speech, issues in arrest of Telegram CEO. Now, students, we know that Telegram is a messaging app. So basically, it was founded by Pavel Durov in 2013, and it has gained significant popularity for its emphasis on privacy and security. And talking about the CEO, Pavel Durov. Okay, Pavel Durov. He co-founded uh, earlier. He actually co-founded one Russian social networking site. But after facing pressure from Russian authorities, he left the country. And the app known, this Telegram app is known for its encrypted messaging. Although its implementation of end-to-end encryption has faced some criticism. End-to-end encryption, we mean that to secure any messages that we send via Telegram, right? So recently, what happened? Pavel Durov was arrested in France under some circumstances, and it has attracted lots of international attention. French authorities, including President Emmanuel Macron, stated that the arrest is not politically motivated, and he has also emphasized that it's a legal matter. However, the details of the charges against Durov are still not fully clear, and his detention has sparked reactions worldwide. Reporters, including prominent figures like Elon Musk, have voiced concerns over the implication for freedom of speech. Freedom of speech meaning that we can express whatever we think or act via text or on social media. And at the same time, since Pavel Durov is from Russia, so Russian government along with some other nations where Durov holds citizenship, they have also expressed concern over his detention. And some even suggested that it's a political motivated step. An arrest of Pavel Durov has also reignited discussion about Telegram's content moderation practices and its role in global communication. Now, students, when we talk about content content moderation, है ना, कंटेंट मॉडरेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? स्टूडेंट्स, कंटेंट मॉडरेशन on social apps refers to the process of monitoring, reviewing, and managing user generated content to ensure it aligns with the platform's guidelines and community standards. Okay, so this is done to maintain a safe, respectful, at the same time legal environment for all users. Why it's needed? Because social apps allow people to share posts, messages, pictures, and videos. And sometimes users might share harmful or inappropriate content such as bullying, hate speech, violence, or misleading. So, to prevent this, social apps set some rules or community guidelines about what is allowed and what isn't. And content moderation ensures that everyone follows these rules, right? So, how it works, basically, these applications use software to automatically detect and remove content that breaks the rules. For example, certain words, images, or even patterns that can trigger the system to flag or delete a post. And there are some people who are assigned for this purpose only. They review content, especially when users report something as inappropriate, and they decide whether to keep, edit, or remove the content. So users can help by reporting content that they find offensive or harmful, and the report is then reviewed by the app's moderator. So that is how it is. The content moderation is managed, but there are some challenges which is related to content moderation on social media apps. Like millions of posts are shared every day, so moderating everything becomes difficult, right? And it's uh, it's actually very challenging to balance removing harmful content and allowing free expression, because people might say that why are you removing my content, and it's against my freedom of speech right. So sometimes decision on what to remove or keep can be controversial. And like when we talk about platforms like Instagram or YouTube, content moderation helps to remove violent videos or even misinformation. And on messaging apps like Telegram, content moderation might be less strict. So this lead to debates about how to manage harmful content without violating privacy. Although content moderation is crucial, but uh, when we see that we are living in a digital world and lots of data is shared every day, so content moderation becomes a challenging factor, especially on messaging apps like Telegram, है ना? तो ये इस आर्टिकल में बताया गया है। और टेलीग्राम के बारे में जैसे आपको मैंने पहले भी बताया कि टेलीग्राम बेसिकली क्लाउड बेस्ड मैसेजिंग ऐप है, एंड इट वाज लॉन्च्ड इन द ईयर 2013 by the brothers Nikolai and Pavel Durov. Okay, so this app was created as a response to concerns about privacy and government surveillance. तो पहले उन्होंने एक दूसरा ऐप बनाया था, लेकिन उस पे गवर्नमेंट ने कंसर्न्स रेज किए थे, फिर उन्होंने टेलीग्राम बनाया। तो एक रशियन जो ब्रदर्स है निकोलाई एंड पवेल ड्यूरोव, इन्होंने 2013 में टेलीग्राम बनाया था, और रिसेंटली पवेल ड्यूरोव का अरेस्ट हुआ है, जिस पर काफी सारे कंट्रोवर्सीज और इवन वर्ल्ड वाइड सब लोगों ने अपने अपने जो कंसर्न्स है वो प्रेजेंट किए हैं। All right, now let's move to the next article. We have about Indian Meteorological Department. Okay, weather resilience. Indian Meteorological Department's upgrade is much needed. Initiative should tap into research at IITs and other institutes. Now, students, this article is related to IMD, है ना? So हुआ क्या है recently? India Meteorological Department, it has undergone a significant upgrade in its weather forecasting capabilities. And this enhancement involved the installation of advanced technologies to improve the accuracy and precision of weather predictions across India. So what upgradation they have done? They have installed new radars, new technology, and even they are thinking of using artificial intelligence in predicting weather forecast. So these advancements are crucial for better managing the impacts of extreme weather events. And we are seeing this, that extreme weather events are becoming more frequent due to climate change. So the upgrades will save lives, reduce economic losses, and assist various sectors like agriculture, disaster management by providing more reliable weather information. तो बहुत से इन्होंने अपग्रेडेशन अभी करी है, जैसे IMD is also exploring the use of digital twin technology, जहाँ पे डिजिटल रेप्लिका ऑफ फिजिकल वेदर एनवायरनमेंट कर सके। और मैंने आपको बताया न्यू रेडार इंस्टॉल किया है, ऑटोमेटिक वेदर स्टेशंस भी इंस्टॉल किए हैं ताकि उनको रियल टाइम डेटा मिल सके। पहले क्या होता था कि आईएमडी सिर्फ है ना टेम्परेचर और रेनफॉल प्रिडिक्ट करते थे, लेकिन अब आपको पता है क्लाइमेट चेंज के साथ साथ कितनी सारी वेदर एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा फ्रीक्वेंट हो गए हैं। सो upgradation, it reflects IMD's ongoing commitment to enhance its infrastructure and services and to make it more aligned with global standards in meteorology. ठीक है, तो ये इसका बेसिक ऑब्जेक्टिव था कि क्यों अपग्रेडेशन इन्होंने करी है। बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द हिस्ट्री ऑफ IMD, see IMD is one of the oldest scientific services in the world and it was established in the year 1875. 1875 में देखो उसका establishment हुआ था। And initially it was created with the objective for to weather forecasting to manage agriculture and shipping, particularly after the disastrous famine in Bengal in 1873, जिसमें reliable data की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत थी. तो initially, IMD focused on collecting weather data to predict monsoons, which are very critical for agriculture in India. And it also aimed to support maritime activities by providing storm warnings. But over the years, IMD expanded its services to include earthquake monitoring, flood forecasting, and it has also set up seismology units and meteorological observatories across India. And when we talk about some interesting facts about IMD, one of IMD's most crucial tasks is predicting the Indian monsoon, which affects the livelihood of millions. And its long range monsoon forecasts are highly anticipated every year. पर पहले क्या होता था कि यूजली जनरल पब्लिक को इतना ज्यादा एंगेजमेंट नहीं था, पर अब बहुत ज्यादा एंगेजमेंट हो गया. अब पब्लिक also wants to know about the weather forecast, right? And IMD operates one of the largest seismic networks in the world, monitoring earthquake. Okay, so ये सारी चीजें हैं जो IMD अभी कर रहा है. And IMD also has a strong public outreach program, providing weather updates, warnings, and advisories through various channels, including mobile apps, websites, and even social media. So this helps people prepare for extreme weather events such as cyclones and heat waves. और अभी recent के time पे जैसे आपने देखा कि केरला में कितना हुआ, सिक्किम में and even उत्तराखंड में, तो उस time पर IMD के upgradation was much needed, right? So that's it about today. Bye bye students. Have a happy learning.